I'm Katie, and I'm here to help you get through your socially distant workout today. This is video number 2. Disclaimer, I have zero experience in video editing, so I've just been making videos and giving you the raw cut right out the gates, so you get what you get. I do have experience in teaching fitness classes. I've been doing it for over 10 years, and I would like to share that strength with you during this insane time. So anyway, today we're going to do a lot of things. So we're gonna get right to it, and I would like you to start jump roping. So while we're jump roping, we're just getting a little bit warm, trying to get that blood flowing. We're gonna start with a warm-up, then we're going into sets of intervals. It'll be a strength move or low intensity compound move, followed by a higher intensity burst. I love those bursts, like to get the heart rate up. We're gonna be about 30 minutes today, so I definitely wanna make sure that we get it in. So it'll be 60 seconds, and then 60-second recovery. Good, go ahead and give me some nice arm circles back. So we'll have 4 rounds of that. Got some fun choices in there today. Yeah, so here we go. I'll remind you as we go. You don't have to remember any of that. Oh man, this feels good. Let's rotate the upper body. I've been in a chair all day. So update on me if you know me. Hi, good to see you. If you don't, you still will get to know me through this, I suppose. I am still working. Good, we're going to hip circle. Yes, it's hard to think and chat at the same time. I'm a little bit sore because I've been doing so many home workouts. The routines are different, the moves are different. It's actually really good to shake it up, give your body something new. Let's go ahead and switch directions. Good, let's widen that stance, and we're just lunging side to side, getting nice and low. Feel that stretch in the groin. It's okay to go slow. If this feels good, and you've got a nice tight groin, you can have those hands wherever you need them. Yeah, I'm in Minnesota. It's been kind of rainy today. We were talking about if March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, or lamb-lion things today. I have no idea what that means. I can't remember what it means, but it looks like March is coming like a lamb, going out like a lion. So if you do know what that means, we're gonna reach to the side, draw that knee and rotate the upper body. Good, heart rate's coming up. Feel yourself working a little bit. Anyway, if you know what that means, lion-lamb thing, March is coming like a lamb, going out like a lion, please leave that in my comments. I'll probably Google it at some point, but yeah, tell me about it. And relax, go ahead and switch sides. I'd also like to know where you're from. Probably got a lot of friends in Nevada, some friends in Minnesota. Rotating that upper body, reaching up above into that hip, whole body movement here. Good, and relax. We're gonna go into a step ham curl. Looks like this. Nice full warm up today. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the back. Open up that chest. Good. Activating those hamstrings just to wake them up. It's evening for me, it's not morning, but my hamstrings have been sleeping all day. So I'm gonna say good morning, hamstrings. Cheesy, I know. I'm not starting over. So this is staying in the video. I tend to ramble, so bear with me. I got a nice timer on today. Good, we're going into lunge. We're reaching for that toe. Okay, same side. If you need to modify, go ahead and keep doing this, but if you need to modify, it's just a step back, toe touch. You're going opposite hand and foot. Staying on that side, on that front leg, keep it going. Knee is directly over the ankle, shoulders right over those hips, and we're trying to keep that front leg when we kick as straight as possible. Feel a little stretch in the hamstring and some work in that bottom foot, that bottom leg's glute. Let's go 2 more. How are we feeling? Warming up a little? Good, switching sides. Plant that foot, driving through the heel, reaching for those toes, a little bit of balance in here. Getting wobbly. If you're getting wobbly, slow down a little bit. If you need to modify, follow me. If not, stay there. Good. I'm getting warm. My breath is coming up. Feeling those hamstrings work. We shortened them earlier with the curl to wake them up. Now we're lengthening them a little bit. Nice dynamic stretch here. Gotta remember, you could be lunging right now. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Nice. I'm gonna have you start squatting, weights in the heels, hips slide down and back. And I want you to stay squatting, but watch me because I'm gonna give you some guidance here. As we go through the class, you should still be squatting. As we go through the class, some cues that follow through to every move that you'll probably hear me say a few times, but I want you to remember, no matter what move you're in, belly button is into your spine. Keep that belly button pulled in, meaning your core is nice and tight. Every exercise is a core exercise. Good, shake out those legs, stop those squats. Always engaged, even throughout the day. As I do these videos, I notice that when I review them, my posture is really poor. So as I tell you this, I am trying to get better at it too. Good. If you feel good and warm and you'd like to take a drink, now's a good time. We're about to get started into the action phase of this workout. If you don't need a drink and you'd like to listen with some active recovery, bring me back into that jump rope. Okay? We're either jumping rope or drinking water, taking recovery. You should feel nice and warm. All right, let's see, where was I? Oh, shoulders always down, back, and away from the ears. Okay, think neutral spine. Think straight line from head to hip or to tailbone. No matter where we're at, we want that straight spine. Wherever we are, head to tailbone, never sagging or curling in. Okay, so straight line means shoulder down, chin up, eyes in front, belly button pulled in tight, nice and neutral. So we'll find that one in there. We're gonna start with some stiff-legged deadlifts. That neutral spine is extremely important here. What that's gonna look like, we're alternating sides, which is gonna challenge your balance a little bit more. So our first set is going to be alternating side, stiff-legged deadlift. So again, flat back. You may not be able to get all the way down. You can see my legs shaking. And if you have to go down like this to get it, don't do it. Stop, feel the stretch, pull from the stretch, stand it up. Okay, you should have had enough recovery now. I have a timer today because I'm terrible at timing. So you'll hear a beep when that round is done. It's 1 minute of those. As soon as we're done, we're going right into lunge, knee jump, okay? All on one side. As we go through round 2, we'll hit the other side. Are you ready? Here we go, starting that timer in 3, stiff-legged deadlifts, 2, and go. All right, alternating sides, here we go. So this first part, a little bit slow, but we're focusing on keeping all of those muscles, engaged and stable. Eyes out in front at the wall, at the table, at the couch, whatever's in front of you. Nice big breaths. Inhale as you lower into the stretch and exhale, pulling from that stretch, squeezing the glute and switching sides. Your weight in the planted foot should be in your heel, okay? Remember that flat back, the tight core, and opposite hand reaching for those toes. I'm gonna turn this way so I can see the timer. We've got 15, now it's 12. Okay, nice and easy. Getting ready for those lunge hops. I'm gonna start with a full one and then I will give you a modification. 3, 2, and here we go. So you've got this lunge hop. Step 1, we're standing on the same leg the whole time. So for that high intensity move, lunge and hop. If you wanna bring it down a little bit, you can stand. Okay, not go all the way down and hop. Or you can give me a lunge, knee up with no hop. Or you can give me a step, knee up with no hop. So you decide where you're comfortable. Okay, there's a place for everybody in this workout. You've got 30 seconds left. Staying on that side. I know that leg is burning, We're working the quad, glute, hamstring, calf, everything in there. And then on that opposite side, we're pulling up with that hip flexor. Oh my. If you get to the point where it feels like you can't do any more, choose a modification, do one or two, recover for a second, get back into that full move that you're taking. 3, 2, and recover that one leg. Really burned out. Good. Now's a good time for water. You've got 50 seconds left on your recovery, and then we will go back into alternating sides, okay? And then we will lunge jump on the other side. Should have looked up some jokes for you today. A lot of my jokes are old, so if you know me really well, you've probably heard it, but if not, here goes. Why do giraffes have long necks? Think about it for a second. You've got 20 seconds left of recovery. What? You don't know? Because they have stinky feet. Okay, I have to give credit to my niece Taylor on that one. She told me that joke. Get ready, going into alternating sides, stiff-legged deadlifts. Here we go. Heels planted, slight. We're hinging at the hips, slight bend in the knees. Alternating sides, you're on. Nice and slow. Watch that form. Go until you feel a stretch, slight bend here. Bring it back up. Once you get to that stretch, you're pulling in. If you can't balance on this one, you're still gonna get a lot of that strength work, even if you plant that back toe. So, nothing else is moving besides the hip joints. Maybe your arms a little bit for balance, but good. Don't forget about those abs, neutral spine. Doesn't have to be quick, just trying to stay nice and stable. Whew. As I say that, I jinx myself. We've got 10 seconds left, and you know what's next. If you did the left side first, we're going into the right. If you did the right side first, switching to the left. Want to work that other leg. Good, here it is. Lunge, hop, or lunge knee up. You should be moving right now. I'm just showing modification, so you're not totally with me. You're choosing the move that's right for you. This is another choice. Step back, knee up. I'm going with that hop because I'm looking for a challenge at home today. I do not want to have to repeat this workout. I might modify halfway through when that leg is totally fatigued. Breathe through it. Last time we're doing these. Oh boy. Still more balance as we jump or stand. You want to drive through that front heel and drive that knee up as hard as you can. Modification. Take it if you need it. Take it for a breath and then get right back into your full move. Looking good. I can't see you, but I know it. 3. Oh, good. There it is. Recover. You've got 1 minute. We are going into a new move. I think this one's really fun. Some people don't. It's gonna hurt because I did a wall sit challenge today. I didn't do very well, but it still burned and my legs are still tired. We're gonna go into a squat, okay? Again, neutral spine. The modification for this is you can be a little bit higher or a little bit lower. And then from here, eyes in front, we're just walking forward and back, whatever distance you have available to you. I'm gonna go the distance. You've got 20 seconds. Shaking it out. Big breath, maybe some water, maybe a towel. All right. Are you ready? Yes, Katie. We're ready. In 3, 2, get low. Walk it out. Stabilizing muscles. Don't forget those cues. Tight abs. Gotta make sure I'm still in the frame. Neutral spine. Just walking low. You decide you need to be up a little bit higher. If so, we definitely want those knees bent so our quads are engaged. If you want to be a little lower, oh my goodness, my brain says go lower. You're a bad A, but my legs say, nuh-uh, Katie, we need some time. I'm gonna go medium right now. So you've got 20 seconds left here, and then we're going into some skier jumps. I'll show you the skier jump first at high intensity. If you choose that, stick with it. If not, wait, I would do the low intensity right after. Get a little lower, less than 10 seconds left. Eyes up, abs tight. Squat through it, wait for that beat. Skier jump looks like this. Squatting on each side, getting that higher intensity in. Oh man, modification, step squat. You decide what you need. You can always ski squat a little bit higher, right? I'm not falling into that squat, but I'm still getting my plyometric jump in. Where are you at? Pick your poison, stick with it. Remember, at the end of this workout, you should feel fatigued, but not in pain. So pick the one that'll get you there. Watch me for modification. This is low impact. This one is just a little bit less intensity. Still a little bit of impact though. 10 seconds, pull through. Yes, good, recover, there it is. Whew. We're working. I got a big giant rug covering the entire room, and it's very wrinkled right now. All right, you got 1 minute off. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of peace, let you breathe. Won't tell any more dorky jokes. Good time to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Is it challenging? Do you feel like you're hitting that threshold of about to be breathless, can't talk with your neighbor, or do you feel like you could probably talk through the whole thing? If the second is your answer, then maybe you have an injury and something hurts. If that's the case, good to go, stay where you're at. If that's not the case and the second is your answer, then you need to step it up. If the first, I am hitting that high intensity, I can't talk, there it is, we are going into our squat walk. So if you're at that high intensity, you can't talk with your neighbor, or maybe you don't have a neighbor, maybe right now talking to your neighbor is like yelling across the yard. That could be too. So definitely no one should be able to talk to their neighbor technically. Anyway, lost my point there, but either way we're getting a little bit lower. Where's your core? Where's your shoulders? Down, back, and away from the ears. Nice long neck. Chin up out in front. Eyes out in front. Staying as low as we can. Forward. Walking through the heels. Waiting for that beep. Less than 20 seconds. Stick with it. Stay with me. Last time we were doing this, I want you to get real low. 10 seconds. Oh boy. Eyes up. Oh, there it is. Knock on the door. Gotta pause ya. All right. You probably just saw me jump like a crazy lady because there was a knock on the door and I never have visitors, and so totally surprised me. But we're going right back into it. My apologies for the interruption. We were on ski jumps. We've got one more round of those and then we'll go into recovery. So you just got an extra like 30 seconds of recovery. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Starting in 3, 2, ski jump, side to side, or step squat. Step skier squat, actually. So those feet being more neutral like this is working a different part of the quad. Every time you squat with your toes pointing different directions, you are actually changing the muscles that are working harder depending on which direction, how wide your legs are, where your toes are pointing. This is actually going more into the lateral side of your quad. I'm showing it, but I'm swinging my arms. You got 30 seconds left. Remember, you can step squat. Hang in there. 20 seconds. Good. Get nice and low. Oh my gosh, almost didn't make it off the ground on that one. 15 seconds. All the way through it. Can you get a little lower? Can you go a little faster? Pump it out. This is our last round. 5. Earn that recovery. Here we go. All the way in. Yes, you got it. Anyway, 60 seconds. The person just wanted to borrow a can opener. So we got that taken care of. It's nice to meet your neighbors. Never met her before. Seems like a nice gal. All right. I know my heart rate's up. Getting close to that anaerobic threshold means without oxygen, we're trying to get up there. So I already talked about not being able to talk with your neighbor, etc., etc. That's a good body cue to tell you that you're reaching close to that anaerobic threshold. Means can't breathe, essentially. All right, next up, we're going into a side lunge. You're gonna alternate side lunging. Pretty easy. Modification should be just don't go as low. You can go into a side step, just a little knee bend. 3, 2, good, go low, low, low if you can. Drive out of that outside foot, bringing it back in. A little bit of power there, okay? Whew. All right, so we got a minute of these. Then we're going into some jumps, some squat jacks, as you may call them, without the arms. So I suppose it's a little bit different. Side lunge, driving through that outside foot. Good, do what you can. If you need to modify, go for it. If not, a little lower intensity, a little more muscular strength, I suppose, muscular endurance, rather than cardiorespiratory. 10 seconds left here. Go as low as you can, even if that for you is just a little bit lower. Good, here we go. We're going in, out jumps. 2, 1, looks like this. Okay, modify, you can just go out and in, or step, squat. Okay, you got less than 50 seconds. In, out. Okay, ways to make it harder. Speed it up, get lower. Okay, slow it down maybe for a few seconds, and then get back into speeding it up. You're halfway, 30 seconds. You got recovery. Nice long minute right after. Hang in there. Oh, I'm right here with you. Legs are burning. We got this. Well, I know you do. I don't know about me. Those wall sits earlier today crushed my legs. I feel like a wimp. 8, but that's okay. Meet my body where it is. Good, barely getting out of those squats right now. Yes. You got it. 1 minute. Then we're going back. Side lunge, lateral, step, then into squat jack. You know the drill. You've been there, done that. Big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Trying to bring that heart rate down as much as you can in between intervals. You want to recover and then pump it back up. So now's the time. I'm going to side step, keep it moving. We're going into lateral lunge. So remember, it looks like side to side. The lower you go, the harder it's going to be. That's the cue maybe this time around. I like to do a lot of funky arm things. Wherever your arms are comfortable is okay. All right, go into it. Here it is. You might have started with me there during your recovery. That's okay. It means you were ready. We're listening for that ding. That's our cue. I don't know this hand move. Still doing it. Can't stop. Feels good. I don't know what I'm saying no to. No. Maybe I'm saying no to that cardio burst. No jumps, please. My legs hurt. Good. 20 seconds. I tried to show you guys the timer behind me, but the camera you're looking through does not show a computer screen. It just looks like a bright light you would walk into that we don't want to walk into today. It means we're not doing so hot in this workout. 3, oh, less than 3, that thing happened. This is why we have a timer. I'm a bad counter. In and out squats. All right. We're on round 3. You got one more round after this. That's it. We got 40 seconds. Oh boy. Weights in those heels on that squat. I'm gonna have to modify for a second. I wasn't getting out of those squats very easily. Whoo, quads. If you need to modify, go for it. But try to get right back into it. You can join me. Oh boy. I know I keep saying that, but that's what I feel. Ah. Good, get nice and low. Explode out of that squat. Ah. You got 8 seconds. I wanted to recover, but we're not there yet. Give me at least one more. 2. There it is. Bing, bing. 60 seconds off and we're going into that last round. This last round is kind of a doozy. The one we just did really got me, and I forgot about this one. I did this a little bit yesterday, changed the format a little for you, but when I did it yesterday, this last round was the worst, but because I changed the timing, all the other rounds feel just as hard. What this is gonna look like, bear crawl or bear plank, essentially. You're here, okay, in that bear crawl position, and you're just tapping those toes, okay? If you need to modify, you can just hold a plank, or you can stand if you don't want to use those shoulders or wrists if you have an injury on that upper body. So keeping those, this one, it's okay to bow the back, just squeeze the belly in. There we go, bear crawl plank. Whew. Yes. Finally, getting that upper body a little bit more engaged. Keep those abs as tight as you can. We're not just keeping them tight, we're actually squeezing them, keeping them as engaged as possible. Every time you drive your knee in, I want you to think about pulling from your abs, pulling from that core. 30 seconds left, halfway. Remember, if you need to come down, sink it into child's pose, take a big breath, and then go right back in. Guys, I'm spitting out here every time I talk. Got a little bit of drool happening. Gross, I know. TMI. Getting a little stir crazy at home. 5 seconds. 2 more taps, come on. Waiting for that ding. And up next, we're going into burpee. So you can either do half burpee, looks like that, full burpee, fall down push-up, regular push-up, no push-up, whatever you need. You got 45 seconds, full body, high intensity. Modify, you can just stick with me into this knee drive, or lunge, lunge, knee, knee. Otherwise, we're burpeeing. I'm yelling at you. Don't know why. Yelling at myself, I think. This one's a tough one. 20 seconds. Remember, this is our last interval set, so we've got one more of these after, but last super set of exercises. So you can really pump it out. We get to cool down in like what? Less than 3 minutes? Wait for that ding. Earn your recovery, you're right there. Ah, good job. Whew. Really starting to think about what I ate today. We had cookies at the office. This is not a good excuse to eat cookies. I don't eat cookies every day. I could though. And it's okay if you do, one day you won't. But maybe you will, maybe you make really good cookies. I make some good healthy cookies, that's an option. I have an obsession with fruits and vegetables. I absolutely love them. I love to cook. My bachelor's is in nutrition, so that's my passion. And my favorite thing to do is make modifications to recipes that would otherwise kill my heart. You got 8 seconds. Remember, bear crawl plank or hands to toes. Go for it. touching those toes, whether it's standing or planking. My butt's up pretty high. If you're into this and you feel like this isn't that challenging, bring those knees down, okay? See how my upper body is in like a full-blown plank? That's really gonna get you. Really gonna work those abs a little more because you're gonna have to really crunch to get those knees up. Whew, I was really slacking there. I like this better. This is our last time doing this. You got 30 seconds. You can handle anything for 30 seconds. We're not doing it again. That means that all together, including our last exercise, we got 80 seconds left of work. You're almost all the way through. And I'm spitting. I'm right here with you. I know this stinks, but we're working through it together. I should not be able to talk to you because this is challenging. I'm trying real hard to dig deep for it. Final 5. Going into those burpees or lunge knees. Whew. Pump it out. Last 60 seconds all day. You know it's working when I'm slurring those words. Okay, keep burping if you need to modify. Lunge, lunge, knee, knee, lunge, lunge, knee, knee. 40 seconds. Pumping it out. Last phase of the day. Then we get to stretch it out, cool down. No idea how long this video is going to be, but you'll know before you start, before I post. And hopefully cool down in about 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Come on, guys. How many can you get in 20 seconds? Couple more. Ha. Modify if you need to. I know I said that a million times, but I want you to meet your body where it's at. Last 5 seconds of work. Finish. Ha. There it is. Oh boy. Shake it out. Take that recovery, 60 seconds. Breathe through it. Drink some water. We're gonna stay standing, keeping our heads above our heart till we get that heart rate down a little bit. Then we'll probably bring it into a forward fold, down dog, something like that, stretch it out. And then we will be free to go knowing that we made the best of our day. We got our healthy habit in, and maybe feel some dopamine, get a nice shower, exercise super fresh, drinking water, eating vegetables. That's what it's all about. Turn this timer off. Actually, yeah, you got 15 seconds left to recover. All right. When you're ready, we're kind of bringing it back to the beginning. While in that stance, give me a few shoulder rolls down and back. Big breaths in, through the nose, out through the mouth. Full-blown yoga would be nice right now. I've got a full wall of window on the other side of you. That's what I'm looking at right now, and it is just raining. Feels good to be inside, kind of serene. Good, let's rotate that upper body. Heart rate should be coming back down. Should be catching your breath. We don't want to stop moving just yet, but we need to stretch it out here. I always say, if you want longevity and you want to operate or function really well with your body, as long as you possibly can, the one exercise that you could do is stretch. Work on mobility. Good, we're going to bring it hips back. Nice flat back. We're not coming all the way down. Keep your eyes out in front towards me. Feeling those hamstrings lengthen. Just hanging those arms, nice flat back, holding that upper body about parallel to the floor. Good. And we're gonna squat it down and then bring those hands down, lengthen the hips into the sky, tuck the chin, down and up. If you're still breathing really heavy, stay up into your hamstring stretch. Down and up. Good, so you'll see today I had 0 equipment. I left my mat alone. Good, all right, big breath in. We're gonna stand it up, in through the nose. And exhale, nice flat back. Swan dive forward. Leading with the chest. Once you get down there, roll it into forward fold, tuck the chin. I left my mat out on purpose because not all of us have any equipment at all. And if we were in a group X room, I'd be working on a hard floor anyway. Good, we're gonna walk the hands out into a down dog. So, and you can walk the feet a little bit if that's comfortable for you. Press those heels into the floor, pressing your head through your shoulders, nice flat back. You really want to push those shoulders into the floor, lengthen that spine, pushing your hips up as high as you can. I'm still a little bit shaky. Couple breaths here. Big breath in, through the nose, out the mouth, nice and slow. Move with your breath, not mine. Good, one more breath. And lift that left leg, drive it out to the outside of those hands, and we're going to press that back right hip through. Looks like this. That front knee is right over the ankle. And I want you to lengthen your back so that, or neutral spine, I suppose we could say here, from shoulder all the way into the heel. So really press your heel into the floor here. Nice straight line with that whole body. Good. You have the option to press your right palm into the floor and rotate your upper body into that knee that's out in front. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, push that hip into the floor, and exhale, drive that leg back into plank. We'll lift the hips into down dog, press the heels into the floor. Lift that right leg, drive the knee and foot to the outside of that right hand. Here we go, knee right over ankle. Press that back heel into the floor. Nice neutral spine, straight line from shoulder to ankle. Drop that back hip. And if you want to, press the left palm into the floor. Rotate so that your upper body is facing that front knee. Good, bring it back down. Big inhale, press that back hip down. Exhale, drive that front foot into plank. Press the hips into down dog. Good, we're going to bring those knees to the floor. If you don't like having your knees on the floor, into tabletop, you can do this from a standing position. Standing tabletop if you're happy on the floor. You can do your cat-cow here. Okay, I'll be on the floor, so here we go. Big breath in. Drop that belly button into the floor. Expand the belly, fill it with air. Exhale, push all the air out of the belly, driving that belly button into the spine, tucking your chin into your chest, pushing those shoulder blades apart. Inhale, belly button to floor, expanded, eyes up out in front of you, pressing those shoulders into the floor, and exhale, back into that cat. Good. Move there with that breath 2 more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 1 more. Good, shift those hips back into child's pose. Walk your fingertips as far away from your upper body as you can. Let that forehead drop to the floor. And we're going to take that right arm, it's going to be my front arm to you, and we're going to bring it so that the back of that hand is on the small of your back. And we're going to take that left arm and walk it all the way across your body and tuck your chin into that armpit. Okay, stay here if you're happy on the floor. If you need to stand, you can just bring your arms behind you, or you can stand and press those palms or those thumbs together like so. And you should be hanging out. Go ahead and take that left arm, bring it all the way behind you, hand on the small of your back, and reach that right arm across the body. Big breath. Now's a good time to check and see if you have BO. Bring it back to center. And we're going to bring it into tabletop. Tuck the back toes under, bring it into down dog, and press the head through. Big inhale, exhale, press a little bit deeper, pushing those palms into the floor, and we're going to tippy toe those feet all the way back into your hands. And we're in that forward fold. I want you to cross your arms just like this. If you're from standing, you can join me. Let that upper body hang, really releasing that posterior chain. I don't know if you can hear me like this. I'm talking to the Buddha behind me. Hi, Buddha. Good. Go ahead and bring those hands back down to the floor. Walk your hands to the right side of your body, or the left, I guess, if you're mirroring me. And walk the hands to the other side of your body, just rotating a little bit. Bring it back to center. Go ahead and roll it up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Big inhale. As you stand, bring those arms overhead. And exhale, bring those hands into prayer into the chest. And release. Y'all are free to go. Nice work today. Thanks for joining me. Feel free to message me any questions, anything you need, any requests for future classes. I'm having a great time doing this, so if nobody's watching, I don't mind because I'm getting my workouts in and I'm feeling good. So hopefully you're with me feeling good too. Bye.